It's me, James, with your boy Chase. Sup, Chasey boy?
What to do? Sup, sup. Shout out to the song drop. Mickey actually
Yeah.
wrote this song and produced this song. And also, this is our song for the Creative Bounty too. So if you haven't made a music video yet, you still have time to do so. Go make a music video to this. We have it posted. You can go get the lyrics, the video, the lyrics, the song link download, and everything else. Go make a video for it. I had to give a little plug there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly. Yeah. hub.supra.com/creative-bounty. I can't remember why we put the hyphen in there, one extra thing. But anyway, sup, Deep Seeker, good to have you on. Thank you for tuning in, brother. To all of our negative followers, no one has chatted yet, so I ask you to stay away. If you're negative, stay away. Do not chat. We would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, Mr. Square, welcome back to the sup, sir. It's great to have you on. You guys have a lot going on. So just real quick, just to remind our audience, man, just give us a rundown of your role at Solido, maybe how you got into Web3 and also what Solido is building.
Sup, everyone. Good to be here. Good to be back. Thanks a lot, James. Thanks a lot, Chase. Very quickly, I'm the core contributor at Solido. Have been building this for, I think, over 6 months now in this amazing, loving community. We loved every second of it. At Solido, we are building the core infrastructure that's required for Supra's AutoFi to kick on. That's what we are doing. We are building 3 core primitives, just to remind: the liquid staking, stablecoin borrowing, and tokenized yield. Out of these 3, 2 products are already live: stablecoin borrowing and tokenized yield. We are up and running, baby, with that. And now the liquid staking is gonna kick on soon. So that's the very quick rundown on Solido and me.
We love that.
Nice.
And we got a lot more coming, right? That's just a little piece of the puzzle. There's a lot more to talk about in this episode, a lot of alpha that we actually want to talk about. And I'm not gonna maybe we'll drop some alpha. I'm gonna leave that up to you. But also shout out to Martin, dude. We see you every week. We have a talk pending. Do I have an open DM from you or something? If so, I'm sorry. I'll check my ex after I get off of this. But always good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Crypto Milovat. What's up? I probably butchered that. I'm super sorry. But hello. I hope you're doing well. Astriax Supra to Mars soon. Correct. Great. Well, let's keep it moving, baby. So again, thank you for taking the time out of your day, Mr. Square. I know you're super busy. You have so much going on at Solido right now. I'm sure it's hard to break away, but we appreciate it more than you know. So we're just going to get into the Solido's latest news and updates shortly. But first, we're going to do what we usually do and have some community news, just some community shout outs, some posts that we've seen. And I always like to reiterate this: we can't see all of them. If you see a post that we think we should feature on the show each week, please send it to me in my DMs. I'm really responsive, and me and James will both be able to see it, or just ping me in the post. I'm sure I'll see it. Maybe not just ping me in the post. I get a lot of notifications today. Either way, send it to me. I would love to add more of these. So first things first, the best super post of the week. Poitrex 420 is giving away a newly minted ZenX Crew NFT. Again, shout out to Mickey. This project has kind of been one of the more hyped projects, especially the NFT speaking on Supra over the last couple months. Mickey's one of our most active, not only community members, but contributors to Supra as well. And the community was right there behind him. They minted out his 777 collection in less than 12 hours. So I do just want to give a huge shout out to the ZenX Crew. Want to give a huge shout out to Mickey. I love the art. I love what they're doing over there. He actually made a post today that I loved. He said hey, I was expecting this to sell out in maybe a week, but it sold out in 7 days. So I'm still trying to get the roadmap together. And it was dude, I love the honesty there. It's yeah, sometimes it does take a little bit. And he didn't know that this was going to just explode and blow up overnight, but it did. And now he has the support of the community and everybody that's minted with him. So shout out to Mickey, shout out to ZenX Crew, and shout out to Poitrex 420, I'm sorry, I butchered it again, for doing a giveaway. And I think they are valued at, if I remember correctly, 35,000 Supra, 32,000 Supra or something around there. So yeah, go enter his giveaway, go show some love to the ZenX Crew, and go show some love to Mickey.
Come on, baby. Yeah, what a great position to be in, right? set up the project. You're expecting like a couple of days of the sale to happen, so you've got some time, and then boom, in half a day you are completely sold out, and now you're like, wow, I have all these NFT holders that I need to update and push out roadmap and make sure that I'm on top of things, and I didn't have enough time. But that's like a great problem to have, man. So
Absolutely.
0x Mickey killing it, dude. This is a bit of a what do we call this?
A shameless plug.
Oh, shameless plug. That's it. Self-indulgent is what I was thinking of. But yes, shameless plug. But that's because I want to give Daniel a shout out back because he shouted me out. So thank you, Daniel. I followed him on X, so he made a whole post about it. He was like, "Yo, James followed me on X." I'm like, bro, it ain't that big a deal to have James following you on X, but nonetheless, Daniel, my man, thank you. I appreciate the love there. And indeed, bro, it is great to be connected with people like you championing the Supra ecosystem and the future of Web3, man. So indeed, let's make it count, baby. Thanks for the shout out, Daniel.
And there you go. There's your loophole. If you're ever to get on the SUP in a very easy fashion, just follow James and make a post about it. He'll post it up here next week and give you a big shout out. We might have a list of 30 to go through next week. So make your post, give him a shout out, and I'll promise. He promises you he'll make you a part of the episode.
I'm not promising every single one. I'm not promising every single one. No way.
Next is CryptoNut. Big shout out to CryptoNut posting about Supra's insane daily transaction volumes. There was a great thread there. And he says, which direction is Supra Labs headed? I know I haven't written so much about Supra in a while, but in light of recent events, I think it makes sense to share a few updates and perhaps give reasons as to why this is still one of the biggest projects in Web3. A thread. So be sure to go check out his thread. Also, just shout out to the total transactions. We had, I think it was, the screenshot shows a little over 10 million there, but I think we got a little over 12 million in 24 hours last week. So AutoFi is doing incredible things. I'm so excited to see the future, and I'm so excited to just release more use case, which is coming within the next days and weeks. Just continuously releasing more fun stuff to do with AutoFi. So big shout out to CryptoNut. Huge thank you for writing that thread. Check it out. Oh, and hold on. I just got word. We're already at 8 million transactions today. Today we're at 8 million transactions on AutoFi. How about we try to break 12 million today? If anybody's watching this, go set up something. Let's try to get over 12 million. Even if it's 12 million and one, doesn't matter. Right. And then tomorrow we'll go for 12 million and two. I'm kidding, but let's try to break it. Autofi.supra.com. Go get AutoFi.
Go check it out, man. Come on. Awesome. Wow. So talk about hype. I mean, there's actually a lot of hype around our transaction volume at the moment. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it puts us like in the top 20 of transaction volumes for chains. But I stand corrected. I think it may be well higher, but still, even if you're top 20 of transaction volumes, killing it, baby. Absolutely killing it. And this is a layer one that has only been live now for 8 months, guys. 8 months that this layer one has been live. Like, can you handle? All right, so on with the hype. Supra Mummy is back. Supra Mummy is someone who has been featured here on the SUP before. But this video was really good. I don't know what account she's using because obviously Google VO is super expensive. So I don't know what she did or what she's using or if she's just super rich. But this video was fun. It has a whole bunch of people wearing Supra gear and Supra merch and Supra stuff in the background. And she just posted, I'm always hyped about Supra, but today I'm extra hyped, extremely Supra bullish. Supra is such an amazing project and will be the best blockchain to ever exist. I mean, what a line, man. Damn. I mean, we'll take it. Thank you. The team are always working hard. That is 100% true. The team is always working hard. So thank you, Supra Mummy. Keep the hype coming. And thanks to that little video. That's really cool.
Dude, it's getting good, man. Like video AI is getting good to where it's like,
it's scary.
You know, most people, especially if you're in Web3, you deal with a lot of AutoFi or just in creative teams in general, you can pick it up. Like you could still, I'm still like, oh, okay, it's like mouth movement or it's like facial expressions aren't 100% there. But if I was a layman, if I didn't work in this industry for as long as I did, if I haven't been involved in tech or creative teams for as long as I have been, I could be very easily fooled. You know what I mean? It's like if you sent this video to my grandma, she would be like, holy shit, yeah, those are real people. Even so, the post that we made yesterday or a couple of days ago on our main post where it was asking people about AutoFi or transactions and it looked like they were in Times Square, that was a AI generated video. I got pings within the Discord being like, hey Chase, next time I'll do something like this, like try to make it not seem like the people actually were told what to say. I was like, brother, that was an AI. That was AI generated. That wasn't a real video. They were like, oh, I was wondering why nobody was wearing Supra hoodies. I was like, yeah, dude. But see, it's like that simple. So just be careful out there. Shout out to Crypto Mummy. I don't know what program you're using, as James said, but it's remarkable. That one is really, really well done. And always shout out to Crypto Mummy. I think she's almost a daily visitor of the SUP now, just for like posts like these. Keep it up. Thank you for being a supporter of not only Supra but the SUP and us. We love you. Thank you.
Yeah, and everyone that is in the chat right now, if you guys, it would be really cool to shout out those of you that are live with us so that you can see your X posts come up live while you're watching. Because I have a feeling that quite a few of these people that we're posting here are not watching live. They could watch later, and that sucks, man. We want like real-time interaction. So N4S Crypto, Cracked Labs, OG Kingpin, he's been chatting to me a little bit about some work that he's doing for the Supra ecosystem.
I see him on X all the time.
Yeah, so if you guys want to get on the SUP live, then make sure you post about Supra, and I will try and remember you and get you on the SUP.
I love it. I love it. So now that we're done with community news, let's move into some quick ecosystem news before we kind of jump in here with Mr. Square. So first things first is Supraland. G-Sup! The Supra Agent Kit launch is near. Stay tuned. So Supraland is doing a bunch of cool stuff. We had them on the SUP last week, if my memory serves me correctly. Was that last week?
That is correct, sir.
Okay,
I know
that was only a week ago, dude. I really can't believe 7 days is an incredible amount of time. It takes a lot to remember this.
It has been 8 days. In fairness, today.
That's right.
It's a bit of a mind screw up.
That is because today's Thursday. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, so just a reminder, if you're watching this, you're like, is today Wednesday? No, today's actually Thursday. We moved it out because we got our webinar series that happens now on a Wednesday. All right.
That is exactly right. But also, just to give Supraland another shout out, go follow them and be on the lookout for the things that they got coming out. It's a really smart team over there, and I'm excited to see what they are producing.
Yeah, and they spoke about that agent kit last week, so the launch is near. That's pretty exciting, man. Next one is Ribbit Wallet, which is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome to see the Supra community coming together. What happened was the Supra community came together and found 5 critical bugs, and that's because of the Supra community's feedback. So really helpful. Great work, guys. They are calling their community the Ribbit Rangers. I like that. The Ribbit Rangers. Thanks to their feedback, they've identified and fixed 5 critical bugs. They're almost there. Open beta on Android is coming soon. Apple version right after that. Stay tuned. The Ribbit Swamp is getting ready, baby.
I like the Ribbit Rangers, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Ribbit team, can I get a t-shirt? Can I get a Ribbit Rangers t-shirt made, please? I'll rock them.
No,
I would rock that.
First you have to send me a Supra merch pack, then you can.
Fair enough. Stern but fair. Moving on, Dexlin. Shout out to Dexlin. Dexlin have announced a preview of their swap flow, and the tweet reads, as promised, here's a first look at Dexlin's updated swap flow. It's simple, fast, and built to get you the best price without adding any extra complexity. Swaps will route through concentrated liquidity ranges in the background, which will help tighten spreads and improve pricing. And yes, swaps earn you some valuable points as a part of the trading game in S2. More is on the way soon, so keep watching the space. Big shout out to Dexlin Labs and the whole team over there. Big fans.
Yeah. Then a new NFT project coming to Supra, Beer X. So I saw this. I thought, hey, this is worth a mention here. BRX have announced that their smart contract is now on Supra, and soon septillion NFT holders will be able to stake those NFTs. So that's going to be interesting. I'm not quite sure. I haven't dug into it yet. and I haven't been in touch with the BRX team. I just noticed this, so I thought this is worth bringing to our attention. I'm not quite sure what you'll be earning if you stake your Septillion NFTs, whether it's Supra, whether it's perhaps cash, Solido's cash, or other options. But their smart contract work is 90% complete, and look out for BRX's Septillions on Supra soon.
I am a fan of the name. Shout out to BRX. I will be visiting your platform just for name alone, and I'll do some digging after that.
BRX.
And then last but not least of some ecosystem news this week, we have Crystara and ZenX. I did mention them earlier, but Crystara has announced this week that ZenX 01 Mint has sold out in less than a day, less than half a day. Like legitimately, I think it was less than 12 hours, like 10 or 11 hours. So there's huge support for this within the Super community, as I did touch on, not only from the Crystara community, but in other projects. Mickey has kind of, I think the art is really what did it for people. It was the first like real anime-based art for me. Like, it kind of pulls from the heartstrings of Azuki and other big named anime type projects. They're all animated. The art's incredible. So I wasn't surprised whatsoever when they sold out as quick as they did. Mickey obviously did not expect them to sell out. I think that's just him being humble, and he worked really hard on this. And you can see when hard work goes into these projects, it's very easy to get behind them and rally behind the project and the founder. So big shout out to Mickey and the ZenX crew again. And the tweet from Crystara: congrats to ZenX for officially selling out in less than half a day. They brought some of the largest traffic to Crystara. Our servers were maxed out at 100% utilization at some point. The community is large and crazy. Let's effing move. That's crazy. And it was only a project with 777 tokens. So I think the whitelist minted over 450, so well over half. And then once it went public, boom, it was sold out within like a couple hours at max. So when one of the biggest factors for me when I'm buying into an NFT project is I'll watch whitelist and pre-mint mints. That's how I know the people that are actually interested in this project are actually going to spend their money to mint it. So a lot of the times, if I'm watching a mint, whitelist isn't going very well, I'll kind of step back and see how public does. But with ZenX, it wasn't that same situation. I was thinking it might sell out during whitelist phase, which would have been crazy to me because most people don't allocate all spots for whitelist, which I'm sure Mickey didn't. Smart guy. But yeah, just huge shout out to them, man. I love seeing NFT projects do success and well on Supra. I'm an NFT guy, so when I see projects like these do really well, really quickly, it makes me hype. So again, shout out to Crystara, shout out to the ZenX team, and shout out to the collaboration y'all did together. It was incredible, man. It was great to watch from the outside.
Come on, baby. Yeah, absolutely amazing work. ZenX, well done. Just such an awesome story. All right, cool. So 20-minute intro there, but that's, I mean, not necessarily an intro because, of course, it's important to run through what's going on in the community, what's happening in the ecosystem. So thank you, Mr. Square, for holding on. We appreciate that. But let's get into what you guys have been up to, Mr. Square at Solido. First question I want to ask you, tell us about the journey of building Solido so far.
It's been some great 6-8 months. I'm not sure it's been 6 months or 8 months, just like Chase's 7-8 days. But yeah, I think I'm sure it's more fair on my side of things. But yeah, I would say that definitely a very, very engaged community. That's, and whenever I'm here, I just see that again to be happening, right? I mean, how engaged really the community is. We have a moderator, of course, on our Discord. They have to do their things around, but kind of people fight. People, kind of do not like sometimes what we are doing. People like what we are doing, right? They and just amazingly, they just sort it out themselves, right? You don't need other people to be involved in, right? Some of them understand a particular thing, some of them don't, right? So and that's very good to see because then that you are building in a community where it matters, right? Where from these outside guys, who may or may not be our customers directly, they are defending you, right? For someone who is not understanding how the protocol is functioning, right? Or it's a we are building in a DeFi crypto kind of a space. It's a financial thing, right? So people go nuts, people lose their mind, right? Because it's money, right? It's prices, it's an charts, it's ups and downs, and that's where it's good to see that, kind of those who understand, they really try to make these others understand. And this is the best thing of, this past few months that we have been building. And this one simple thing, one single thing that has been keep us going, shipping one product after another, uh, to build on this. And I mean, of course, other than that, Supra community, right? Other than that, the Supra team themselves, they have been very supportive in us in building this. From Joshua to, James, everyone has been, really, really pushing us forward. So that's really good to see, and we are having an amazing time. That's most to say.
Yeah, I love hearing that, and I totally agree with you. We have a very active community within our Discord, specifically the price discussion channel. It's like our most active Discord, and it's just people talking about the prices and what kind of insights and their feelings and whatnot. And every so often, you will have somebody come in with FUD, maybe not too updated with the project, or hey, when are you also going to start shipping stuff? It's like questions like this, and you'll immediately have the community kind of step in and be like, dude, where have you been? And like link them things. And yes, we have moderators, and yes, they have me in there to send them these articles. But I think, and I know that it kind of hits different when it comes from a community member, right? The team has to say certain things at certain times, but when a community member steps in and it's like, no, man, like that's not right. This is what's actually right, and this is why. I think it just shows that your community is there for the right reason, and they care for the right reason. So I completely agree. And also, I do want to shout out our community. On one of these subs one time, some guy said something around the lines like, "I'm going to find you, Chase," and it got mentioned in the price discussion channel. And people started tagging me, and they were like, yeah, they're going to have to get through me to get to you. And it's like, obviously that's never the case, but it means a lot that they're like, they're standing up for me, and they don't even know me other than just, through personalization through, the internet. So shout out to the tribe, shout out to everybody out there, shout out to our whole community as a whole. And I can't agree with you more, Mr. Square. And so again, moving on past that, tell us about your building with Supra's AutoFi. I know that y'all just kind of announced a little bit of something, but what has impressed you the most, and what are you most excited about to build with our tech stack?
It's an amazing piece of technology, right? I think that's what brings us here in the first place. I'm sure I shared this in my first shop as well, but just very little repetitive. What we see is that the current way of how DeFi has been built, it's very siloed, it's very broken. Kind of you have to use these different networks to do different things, right? So there is a virtual machine running your contracts, then there is running kind of Oracle network, then you have a DVRF network, you have a automation network. And again, we are building in finance, right? It's almost a mission critical thing that we are doing, right? Because if you lose people's money, they are gonna come after you, right? So we are not doing a social fi thing that, all right, some comments got misplaced, that's fine, right? You do the comment again, no big, right? No big worry around that. We are directly lose you can directly lose your dollars, right? And no one likes to do that. And when you are building on this siloed component, your security is as good as the security of your weakest component, right? And that's where kind of what attracted or what got us on Supra in the first place, this vertically integrated system. Now, of course, this evolved a lot. The Supra team saw a lot of potential, specifically around the automation engine, and the AutoFi came in. And we have already been synced towards that. We always want to build in a system which run coherently, run as fast as the kind of the Wall Street applications does, right? If you talk about something like a high frequency trading application, and you are running it on, let's say, on Ethereum with Gelato or other automation networks to be built in, so you can make your decision once the block comes out, right? And if you are waiting for the decision to be made once the block comes out, and even if you can make the block time as fast as 1 second or 2 seconds, it's not going to be good enough. When you talk about high frequency trading applications, you are not going to wait for 1 second or 2 seconds or whatever that block time is to make your decision, right? You have to make your decision right there, right when it's need to be done. And this is the power that AutoFi brings to us, right? When you are building on Supra, you don't have to wait for the block to be mined. The automation is already coupled with the virtual machine. So as soon as the transaction comes in, your automation kicks in. And when the next block mined, the transaction has already been executed. This is what we need if we are looking to get this, the real finance that's happening in the world on chain. And this is what we are supporting for. This is what we are really building for over here, and excited for AutoFi for the same reason.
Dude, you're making me more bullish, bro. What's going on over here?
Yeah, that's
never
like
be
actually
more
one of,
bullish.
it's one of the best explanations for why AutoFi is so powerful. Just that understanding of not having to wait for a block to close out or be mined. It's all going to happen automatically within the virtual machine. Just that's so powerful for developers, man. And also using AutoFi, Mr. Square, I know you guys are launching smart top-ups and withdrawals. Big milestone for you guys. That's I think it's come to mainnet already. Is it available for users, smart top-ups and withdrawals? And if so, how has the response been so far?
Smart top-ups and withdrawals have been launched as a Supra demo apps itself. I feel so it's running quite well. I mean, you guys have already seen that these top-up and withdrawal applications have already started doing the transactions in terms of thousands and thousands, and have been slowing down the AutoFi servers itself. So there has been some pretty good response. But no, I will not take a lot of credit for these two applications. These two applications has been launched alongside for within the Supra AutoFi framework itself. But yeah, I know that the response from these applications has been very, very good, and a lot of transactions already happening. So that's really good to see.
Yeah, I love that. And we did kind of discuss this earlier, but Solido Flow. So this looks super interesting to me. The ST Supra token bringing the first liquid staking to Supra. How does it work, and when can users expect ST Supra and liquid staking to be live? Can you give me that alpha yet, or where are we at?
Yeah, very soon. Next
baby, let's
week.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, next week? Oh, dude, we're so close.
Yeah, no, wait, hold your horses, buddy. So the next week we are gonna open Solido Flow for a selected member in our community to test it out on the testnet. This is an alpha for the Solido community as well. I don't think we have announced it yet, but yes, next week Solido Flow is going to be live on the testnet. It's going to be available to our OG Discord members. They will be able to test the applications, give the feedback. There are a number of mathematics gurus over there who help us run the numbers and transactions. A community audits before we do the real audits, right?
Absolutely.
So that's going to happen next week. Community audits will be done. We will iron out those issues, and then we are going to send this to MoveBit, our partners in security, right? And they are going to give their final go ahead, and then we will be live. That's about it.
I love that. I love the concept of building with the community. I mean, there is no mistake there ever. You know what I mean? Building hand in hand with your community will do nothing but wonderful things. They feel like they're involved in the process. They feel like there's an open door type of system. Like if they have an issue, they're to come right to you. And to have your community help you with these types of things really does just solidify the relationship between the project and the community as a whole. So shout out to y'all for doing it and building in public like that. I love when projects do that.
Amazing. Solido loves solidifying this. So yeah.
And what about how you see ST Supra and Solido Flow enhancing the overall ecosystems of Solido and Supra?
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing to say the least, right? Because if you see, there is a ton of, I think, roughly, I don't have the numbers off the bat, but I think there is a large number of Supra tokens that are currently staked. I have been reading somewhere on the X that, kind of someone has posted a chart. I was not able to verify the authenticity of this a lot, but from the chart, it seems like that probably more than 60% in Supra in circulation or something is currently staked in right now. Now, if you see, all those Supra staked right now are just staked. I mean, of course, they are helping in strengthening the security of the Supra network. That's super fantastic. But they are not being used actively. Once ST Supra is live, and you will be able to liquid stake, right? Not just stake Supra token, you will be able to liquid stake Supra. So you will still be adding to the security of the network, but you will be able to use ST Supra in other applications as well. Like, say, for example, you are a Supra holder right now. Okay. Now, you have to take one of the path. Either you can stake Supra using star key to secure the network, or you can deposit Supra in Solido Cash to make cash stable coin. You have to choose one of these two paths. Once ST Supra is out there, you will be able to do both of them together, right? You will be able to liquid stake your Supra. So you add it into the network security. You got ST Supra. You will be able to use ST Supra to mint cash, right? And then once Supra lane is live, right? Once, kind of, you can also take this ST Supra, go provide liquidity on DEX lane. So, all those Supra tokens that are currently staked on Starkey, they will be available to be used in DeFi. That's going to be a big milestone. I'm sure that we will start seeing the TVL of Supra network skyrocketing with the ST Supra comes in. So it's going to have this, no doubt, ecosystem wide
Yes, it's massive,
impact.
and it's why I always, when I hear this kind of stuff, it gets me so excited and bullish again, because it reminds me of how early we are as an ecosystem.
Oh, dude.
Right? Because once liquid staking is live and all the apps are fully rolled out with their roadmaps, and you're able to take your ST Supra and use it on, say, Dexlin or Atmos, or even perhaps Crystara. They might integrate ST Supra. Like, there's so much opportunity coming, and the early timeline needs to be reminded to so many people. It's only been 8 months, and this gives you an idea of how early we are.
Yeah, and I talk about it all the time, and like I do bring it up all the time. It's like, and y'all follow me on X. It's like, we're early, man. We're constantly shipping stuff, and sometimes it is hard to keep up to date with all the stuff that Super is doing or working on. But it's like when big things like AutoFi, and then in the first 24 hours, we're doing 12 million transactions. It's like, if that's not a green flag for you, it's like, hey, we're so early. Like, let's slow it down a minute and realize how early we are, and realize how much has been pushed out already. And then we talk about projects like Solido and Dexlin, who we have on here as well. It's like, these guys are working nonstop, and y'all are going to be the engine that really does continue to help push Supra. So flowers and shout out to us at all times. We're y'all's biggest friends. And so kind of moving into my next question, how will Solido Flow be leveraging Supra's AutoFi stack? If so, how?
Rebalancing and ensuring that your Supra is working double time in the most efficient way to earn these yield from the Supra validator side, right? So this automation is gonna help us guide through that, how much tokens need to stay liquid for the withdrawals, right? How much demands is coming in from rebalance among these different validators. So currently, right now, I think there are 100 plus validator nodes I can see just on the star key. I'm sure there are much more than that. You have to do your risk management. You have to ensure that it's evenly spread out, and the Supra token that the users have staked to us on their behalf, they are working non-stop, right? So like I think this is also one of the problem, right, that the ST Supra will be able to solve. Let's say you staked into with some validator, right, and maybe that validator went offline. Now what, you haven't been earning that yield that you were supposed to be, right? Now once you stake in with us, and with the AutoFi integrated, we will be able to kind of check in that which is live, which is not live. If they are not live, then kind of the AutoFi is automatically going to move those funds around from one validator to another validator. That's one use case, right? We are going to be able to manage risk properly, because you don't want to over leverage on one validator itself, right? So we will be able to use this auto risk framework to hedge out and manage all these Supra tokens efficiently across these different validators. So all will be able to be, we will be able to do without any manual intervention. Every block, all these rules will be tested. If there is anything needs to be done, the block-wise transaction will sort these out. So AutoFi will allow us to build probably hands down the most efficient liquid staking protocol the world would have ever seen. I think I'm sure of that.
Clip that, Napoon, our producer.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Yeah,
That's
we can let that
line,
sink in.
man.
Yeah, we can let that sink in, because it's true, no
That
doubt
is
on
a
that.
the most impressive liquid staking program that the world has ever seen. Come on, man. Okay, so talking about seeing it, Mr. Square. In fact, before I ask you to do this, I'm going to answer this real quick. Soul Vibe TV just wants to know why Solido is not showing his face. Just to mention, a lot of Web3 projects build Anon. There's all kinds of reasons. There may be other projects that they're involved in. There's regulation risks that they have to be careful of. So we respect that as a Web3 project. And so we fully respect our builders who are building Anon. We know who they are personally in the background, but public facing, we fully respect Web3 privacy when it is required. So fully understand that. And now what I would like you to do, Mr. Square, is to show us the Solido platform. So if you are ready, if you could pull up your screen and walk us through what Solido looks like right now, and what we can do.
For sure. Then can you guys do a favor then? Can you hold on?
Whatever you need.
Yeah, you guys will need to hold on to your caps, because it's gonna blow you guys up. So...
Okay. I'm holding on right here. I'm holding on. Let's go, man.
Yeah. All right, then.
Also, I do want to give a huge shout out to Crypto Nut. He said, "You're loved, Chase. The tribe looks out for you." So I know this. Thank you so much. I love y'all. I look out for y'all too. We're a family. Okay.
Yeah, and
thank you for protecting me.
Appreciate that. Like what you said earlier, Chase. I got a DM from that dude who was like, "We're gonna find you."
Yeah, weird.
Like it's dude. If you want to put that much energy into your negativity, man, bro, we've got a team and a community behind us, bro. So we appreciate the positivity, man. Thank you.
That's right.
All right, so this is it. This is Solido. Right. This is Solido's homepage. Is that right?
Yes, this is Solido's homepage. That's correct.
All right.
All right. So I think I will directly jump down to Solido Grow, where we are using AutoFi. So I think you guys can see the app, see the main app where we are. And now, so right now we have integrated into this staking cash part, and this is where the blowing off part comes in. And here you go, 94% real APY. I'm not talking about points. I am not talking about some solid tokens that you are going to get sometime ahead in the future. It's the real APY that you are getting on your stable coins right now, all powered by AutoFi. So that's there, kind of. So what people are able to do here is that you can stake these, you can stake Solido, you can stake cash into the platform, right? And it directly enables you to put these cash into wherever this can earn these best yields toward, right? So right now we have this on-chain liquidation bots, which is running with the AutoFi, block by block. They are scrolling in the transactions. You can see if there is any liquidation needs to be come in. It safeguards our protocol, and then it also put this, kind of put back all this yield back to the user. So if you have, say, deposited, you can see already that it's a liquid staked token as well. When you deposit cash, you get B cash, and it's been already, I think, probably 17 days at max that it's been generating all these yield. And if you have deposited something like 1000 cash a week ago, it's already 1076. You can already see that the price of B cash has been going up. It's already up more than 7.6% in less than a month or so, at a 94% APY. And it's just gonna keep going on better because we are finding more yield opportunities. We were just having chat with the lending protocols as well, where this AutoFi is going to auto deploy your cash into something like, say, Supra lane, wherever this is sitting idle with us. This is going to deploy into a Dex lane, or once Atmos comes online, then kind of providing this into their stable pair, kind of scrolling in, scrapping in, and earning yield from all those places. So to our viewers here, if you haven't been using Solido already, probably this is the great time to start. uh, we today we are also launching this, probably it's already out there in X, I will have to check, but yeah, I know that today we are going to launch this Trove Mania 2, uh, a wonderful campaign where if you are going to mint cash during this period, you will be able to earn some juicy Supra reward. Then once you have minted this cash, you go over onto this platform and you will mint cash by depositing Supra. And then once you have minted cash, ensure that you stake it over here, so you are also earning these juicy APR. Ensure you do that, and of course, on top of that, you will keep earning some of these Solido points, right? That will be converted at Solid token at our TGE. And then we also do some surprise bonuses and rewards given out directly in Supra tokens. So you will be eligible for all of them. Yep, I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And by the way, I can tell you're so proud about this, and which makes me more bullish, because I can feel how connected and how involved you are in this process. But Martin Dude says Bcash has been doing great for me. So you're not just talking fluff here. We have real community members that are agreeing with you, saying no, it's actually working for me too. So I always like when you have real community members kind of backing up what teams are saying, and you have somebody in the comments doing that for you right now. So shout out to you, and shout out to everything that y'all are building over there. Like I said, you're making me more bullish as this podcast goes on, or as this stream goes on. So thank you.
So, Mr. Square, I want to ask you, what about the long-term vision, man? What is your big vision for how this new form of DeFi, which we've labeled AutoFi, how do you see this reshaping the broader financial ecosystem? I know you actually have a background in finance, so how could this AutoFi system that you are building on and with, how could it reshape the broader financial ecosystem? What's your vision there?
Although my background is in Bitcoin itself, but yeah, it's finance. So you are not wrong there over there, James. I've worked with some of these largest finance organizations to help them manage their Bitcoin. So of course, it's finance plus Bitcoin. But yeah, I think I laid out my broader vision for AutoFi earlier. So just quickly, reminding on, we believe Supra has the potential to run, this real world assets, this real world capital market, right? I mean, everywhere, if you see the stock market, the derivatives, all of them are nothing but a bad form of tokenized assets, right? I mean, if you can put that as a tokenized asset, they will be much better, much transparent, much composable, right? But for sure, so far, the infrastructure to bring them on board has been missing. And that's the reason that, we have been so bullish upon Supra with this vertical integrated system, with the AutoFi coming in, because this is really laying out the foundation for for everything to grow. And this is what our big vision at Solido is as well, because we know that Supra is going to win in getting this, and we want to be at the forefront of welcoming these guys once they starts coming in. And that's why each of these primitives that we have been building, Solido Flow, Solido Cash, or Solido Grow, they all have been very strategically built in a place so that you can provide the foundational structure, right, to get these applications onboarded. And once we have locked in into this, our real the main application that where we want to go will kick in. We have already developed a critical piece of technology while building our application, right? It's all been done very strategically. Our community in Discord is much aware of this, but kind of I will lay it out as well that we have been building a lot of standards on not just Supra, kind of for the move ecosystem as well. We are very bullish on the move ecosystem in general because of the security it kinds of bring in, the way the programming language is built in. We have launched, we have built and provided the community this Move 4626, which is like a similar bundle from the ERC 4626, this tokenized vault standard. This allows any developer to come in and build yield strategies, right? It can be yield strategies or trading strategies or whatever you want. So if you think that what we want to do is that you should not need to be a coder in order to build a financial application, right? You just need to be a finance guy, because I know this is so much difficult, right? I mean, we have been the techies first, and then we had to learn a lot about finance in order to build these financial application. uh, I don't think if we go this way, a lot of builders are going to come this way, right? I mean, you can be a techie or you can be a finance guy. So think of it that, if a finance guy can just do their finance stuff, they don't have to worry about how Mr. Squire is building these protocols, writing these smart contracts, getting these audited, blah, 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 right? I mean, you don't want them to worry about this. So that's why we are providing this standard. The long-term goal is that we provide an open standard on Supra, so that let's say a trader comes in and want to provide a trading strategy, either it's on Bitcoin, on Supra, or let's say on the Apple stock, right? They should be able to build that without any coding, with AutoFi plugged in. That's our big vision, where we see ultimately we will go, down the line and to grow with Supra over there. And it's going to happen. We are sure it's going to happen. We just want to be ready when it starts kicking in.
I mean, I love that. What's the easiest way to onboard somebody? Making it easy, right? Like giving them the puzzle pieces in 4 pieces instead of 1,000. It's like that's how you make it easy to onboard people. And y'all are, for long-term vision, that's the way to look at it. So again, I'm bullish, brother. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'm here for the long term with you, and I cannot wait to see what else y'all are cooking in the background that I don't know about. But let's talk about the Solid token real quick. I don't know too much about this, so we did want to kind of ask about it. Can you explain the core purpose of the Solid token in your ecosystem to us?
So definitely Solido is still a new project. Solid token, there is still some time before the token will come online. But definitely we want everyone in our community to know that this is happening. Uh, so far we have been building, we have been in a way, although it's decentralized protocol, so we do not really control the protocol, right? I mean, you deposit your Supra, you mint your cash. We cannot take your Supra, we cannot take your cash, we cannot do any of those things. But definitely there are certain protocol parameters that we control, right? I mean, how much fees to charge, which collaterals to be accepted on Solido, right? I mean, what's the roadmap for the Solido tech stack is. This is something that we are controlling. But ultimately, once the Solid token is live, all these power will be given back to the community. They will be able to decide and vote and see that, what assets you want to see to collateralize your cash with, right? What do you want to do the revenue to? Where do you want the revenue to go, right? You do you want the revenue to go into fund into teams so that they can develop and ship more products? Maybe you want that revenue to buy back Solid token itself, right? So I mean, all these sort of decisions of what's going to happen with the revenue, how you are going to steer the protocol, everything is going to be in the hand of Solid token holder. So that's kind of at a very high level, this is going to be the proposition and use case. And I mean, of course, over the next few months, it's not far. I will say that Solid is not very far, but for sure, I know that community can sometime become very attached to this because they love us, they love our token as well. So we do not want to give them a false hope that it's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, it's not far. It's not far, buddy. Yeah.
I love that. And honestly, it's probably not a bad thing that it's a little ways out, because as Martin says, more time to get Solido points, baby. He's number 39 at the moment. So Martin's putting in work. Martin's putting in work.
Go boy. Yeah, and I really appreciate that, man. Like, to just be straight up, like, you know what? We don't want to overpromise here. We would rather over-deliver. So I like that approach, man. What I want to do is just talk about Solido Grow real quick. This is a feature that allows users to stake cash and then they earn instantly without lockups. What inspired the no lockup approach for cash? And for newcomers, how does it benefit them?
So Solido Grow is the exact same thing where I just show you this mind-blowing APY, right? And again, as we saw, there is no strings attached, right? You can deposit, you can come in anytime, you can go out anytime, right? It's built on DeFi ethos. We do not block you. We do not, lock you up into anything. All smart contracts operated fully transparently, right? So the entire idea behind this was that because we have been able to, using AutoFi, we have been already able to build a model that how tokens are gonna be allocated, right? Where your funds are gonna go to do this work, right? Maybe these cash tokens are put it into into the liquidation engine. Maybe some of these cash tokens will be put it into the Supra lend or something, right? But it's all been strategically done in a way that it's always liquid. So you don't have, if you want exit from the system, maybe you want to take your cash out, right? And maybe go buy more Supra token, right? I mean, you can never be more bullish on Supra, and you may want to do that. You go ahead and do that, right? So the system is built in a way that you can get in and get out anytime you want. I mean, of course, we are also cooking up some new strategies for more involved community members, right? Where we are actually looking in for some locking in those strategies, right? So that the funds can do more. But in the current way of how Solido Grow is working, you do not need to lock your tokens. You can come in anytime, you can go out anytime. It's all up to you.
Yeah, that's great, man. Sorry, I was reading. I'm on your platform right now, poking around. So I'm gonna start having more fun when I get off of this.
Although I'm sure that you will not be able to pass on this Martin dude. He's already at 39. So, but
yeah, I don't think so. I saw Martin. I saw Martin talking, and I was like, okay, well, I can't let Martin beat me. I got to see if I can get a hold of him ahead of him before it goes live. So speaking at Supra, we've been talking a lot about new revenue models for dApps. So does Solido have a revenue model as of yet? And how will the business make money?
Yeah, we have a revenue model. It's built in directly inside the Solido Cash and Solido Grow protocol as well. It's a very fair kind of a models that we have built in. When you mint your cash using Supra tokens, we charge a one-time fee upfront. So you see your fee that what we are charging, right? You sign off on that transaction, and then that's it. We never charge you for anything else. It's fully transparently, there is no surprise fees. There is not a single penny that it's gonna be charged ever. So that's there in the Solido Cash side of thing. If you are a Solido Grow user, then we charge a performance fee. So by performance fee, I mean that whatever money we are able to make for you, we take a portion of that money. Just a fun fact, this 94% APY that you saw, that's not including our fees. So we first deduct the performance fees that's taken, and then the yields are calculated. So kind of those 94% APY that you are seeing, that's after deducting the performance fee that we charge. So of course, I mean,
Wow.
so
I love that.
yeah, I mean, we just wanted to be super transparent about it. We do not
Yeah.
want that you are seeing 94% and then we are taking some 10-20% out of it. No, we are already charging our fees. It's because we feel that kind of anyways we are building for the community. We know that once with the Solid token launching in, we are going to hand over the entire product, right, entire IP, everything in the hands of the community. So there is no point that we would be stealing from the same guys we are building from, right? So it's a very fair. I mean, but of course, the business has to be built on fair and sound business model, right? We have to ensure that tomorrow the tokens should be able to really create value, and and that's why the fees has already been implemented in place, and we feel that it's a very very good business model that we are running in. So far we have been running this with just just Supra token as a collateral, and we have been able to make money. Think of that once other assets are gonna be able to bridge over here on Supra, right? BTC is gonna be bridged, ETH is gonna be bridged. A lot of these tokens is gonna be bridged, and we will be able to do a lot. Kind of the revenue is just gonna shoot up.
Yep.
All on this fair model.
Yeah, that's actually such a great explanation of your revenue model, man. So really appreciate that. Appreciate the transparency as well, man.
And I do want to touch on that transparency just a second, James, if you don't mind. I know we're cutting it close. We're already at 11 o'clock, but I love how you're showing what the user is going to be getting immediately. It's not like, oh, hey, it's going to be 91%. And then when you're looking through your return, you're like, wait a minute. No. This is 90.7 or whatever, 90.07 or whatever it may be. And then you have to go and realize like, oh, wait, they took the fees out. It's like, oh, okay, well, that kind of sucks, but whatever, no big deal. But you're just showing them up front, hey, this is what you should be expecting to get. And I think the transparency there is such a key factor in keeping just community health and safe and happy. So one of the parallels I will explain here is if anybody here has ever sold anything on eBay, okay, I sell a lot of things on eBay and high value items. Sometimes I sell a $500 Pokemon card or whatever. So it'll tell you, okay, I'm going to list it at $500, but after the fees, the transactions, whatever, it's like you get $385. But you don't know this until the whole sale has gone through. So I just love the fact that you're putting it out there in the open. We're taking a little bit, but this is what you're going to be getting. You're still getting a high percent anyway. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all are just crushing it over there.
Yeah, man. We're going to get into the hot seat real soon, which opens up with a horror story. You mentioned eBay. Has anyone ever sold anything on eBay? I haven't sold, but I've bought. We're going back to 2006. I remember buying. I was in radio, so I needed audio editing software, but it was like $150, and I was really young. That's like a lot of money. So on eBay, I'm like, what? I can get the same software for $5? Come on, baby. So I buy it, get it for $5. It comes out to South Africa, open it up. It's a copied disc. It's a pirated disc. I was like, you're kidding me, man. You sold me a pirate. You're just sitting there selling pirated discs with pirated keys. Oh man, I honestly couldn't believe it. So yeah,
Hey,
eBay stories for days, man. Can't
I have a
wait
bunch
for
of them.
yeah, can't wait for Mr. Square's horror story. So let's wrap up this part. Mr. Square, are you okay for time? Because we did book an hour. Can you go on a little bit
I'm good.
longer?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Chase, are you
Love
good,
it.
man?
I'm always good, my brother.
Okay. All right. So we'll try and wrap it up ASAP. But so just in closing this part of the interview, I would love to know, Mr. Square, what have been your biggest challenges? So you guys have been building for 6 months. When you're building a project like this, it's never easy. There's always going to be new challenges. What have been some of those challenges that you have faced, and that you could advise other builders out there to perhaps avoid or prepare themselves for?
I'm sure that building is always challenging in this case, right? And I'd say definitely while building, we have been getting a lot of support from the Supra team. But yeah, I think one challenge we have been seeing is other protocols been slowly coming up. It's a matter of discussion in our community as well, right? That what can I do with my cash, right? I mean, we create these stable coins, but I mean, of course, we want more and more protocols, right, to come in. And there is definitely a lot in the pipeline on the test nets. I really feel that, kind of if those projects are speeding up, our community will be going too well as well, because, kind of people will have more things to do with the cash token. So kind of that's definitely kind of it's might be a topic of controversy here, but yeah, we feel that we felt that this is something has been holding back the community a little bit, and we have been pushing everyone to go live to get launched, right? But as a builder, we understand, and so again, it's a financial app. Everyone is doing this financial engineering. It's never easy. But yeah, I think this has been one of the major challenges for us, kind of building in these 3-4 months that we are waiting for more and more apps to come online.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah, and I think that's just a part of being in the infancy of a brand new layer one, right? It's like we are in the midst of building. We are in the midst of showing people why Supra is the pivotal blockchain to come build on if you're a developer. Like, we really are going to give you everything necessary for you to build a project that was not even possible for you to build before. This takes time for people to understand, but we're moving at an incredible rate. Our team is shipping at an incredible rate. We're working hard, and yeah, it's only time will tell, and will only be a matter of time before you have too many dApps to deal with.
Yeah, and I will put this, that one of the major reason. I mean, of course, Supra would have ton of projects if they would have taken the easy route of just copycatting kind of the other EVMs, right? But the team knew that kind of they have to, while of course EVM is important for adoption. Supra is building first and foremost on the Move ecosystem, right? I mean, it's just probably that there are a handful of chains who have done that. Who? Aptos, Sui, Movement Labs, right? Supra. These are the only 4 chains out there who is building on Move, right? Because they have the vision, they can understand that what really Move brings to the ecosystem. And we know that there are very few developers on Move. It's not like Solidity. There's not like, you can just easily copy Uniswap, copy Aave, copy Pendle, copy everything and bring it down. You have to really write all this code right from scratch, get this audited. It's a ton of work. So we definitely understand that this is the major reason for this, but this is the right way, no doubt about it. This is the right way to build a kind of secure ecosystem. It's the foundation, so no doubt about that. Move is safer. The Mr. Pilgrim that Move is safer, so that is there.
My biggest challenge has been working with Chase, by the way.
All right, I'm out of here, boys. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day.
Later. Nice shorts, buddy. Nice shorts.
Thanks. I actually had to go put my protein shake up. It is hot as the devil. and I'm not going to drink that anymore. So I have to go walk that over here. But speaking of being hot, we are now in the hot seat questions, my boy. So this is my favorite part of the episode. This is, I think, it's all of our favorite parts of every episode because we kind of get to know you a little bit more. We get to ask the behind the scenes questions that you don't get to answer a lot that really just have to do with you and your background in life. So let's just get right into it. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but we always start with the same question. One of James and I's favorite questions. What is your worst crypto horror story? And I mean, you did mention that you had a background in managing people's Bitcoin portfolios. So obviously you have a history in Web3. Maybe somebody has lost every Bitcoin they've ever had in a wallet somewhere. But I like to hear personal stories. So if you don't have a personal story, then give me your worst crypto story from either a client or a friend you know.
No, man, I have a ton of horror stories. Right? In 10 years in crypto, you are surviving every day. I have woken up seeing my wallet strained out. I have woken up hearing that Celsius is bankrupted and all. They are not going to return my Bitcoin. Right? I have woken up seeing that. UST is not a stable coin anymore. so I mean, of course,
That was
all
fun
of these
times.
are,
Oh, UST, that was fun times.
yeah.
Oh
so
man.
all of these are.
I guess we've all, I love to know that like none of us knew each other at that time, but all of us were in the trenches together. You know what I mean? Like that is so funny. We're in all different quarters of the world, but we were all struggling at the same time, baby.
All right, next up, and sorry if you see my podcast microphone shaking over here, this is my second biggest challenge. Is my silly cat is on my case.
Dude, that's a big ass cat.
It's actually not. It's just a camera. It's pretty. I'm just small.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. You're just a small guy.
Yeah. All right. So next question for you, Mr. Square. What did you do before crypto?
I played basketball.
What?
Wow.
Really?
Like professionally? Or
No,
you were
man.
a student
So
or what?
I was a student. I was a sophomore when my professor brought up Bitcoin, and since then I have been here in Bitcoin, then in Ethereum, just building here. Worked with a couple of banks after I graduated, but again in the Bitcoin and DeFi. So it's everything I've done is in this space, fortunately or unfortunately. So
Okay.
so that's why I said a lot of horror stories, right from the day one.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, you would be surprised how many people we have on here that have been like, dude, honestly, I've just been building in Web3 like forever. It's like, that's awesome. I love that. Me and James have very traditional backgrounds. We didn't start in Web3. We're also probably a little bit older than you, but I just love to hear people that have been like, no, I've been a Web3 builder like forever. It's like, that's just the best, dude. So shout out to you for being early when you were young. So, and this is kind of flows into the next question. And I always like asking this question too. If crypto crashes tomorrow, and when I mean crashes, finito, there's regulations across the whole world. No, crypto is no mas. There is no more cryptocurrency. It is just not a thing anymore. We're going back to like trading pencils for lettuce and
we're going back to buying
coins.
stuff on eBay.
We're going back to buying stuff on eBay. So if it crashes tomorrow, what is your plan B career move? Basketball?
No, man, I'm too old for that now.
Dude, don't make me laugh. I'm like injured at the moment. So my rib, every time I laugh, I'm just hurting myself. So what is it? What is the plan B?
I don't think I always had a plan B, and I will disagree that, I mean, all right, maybe Jinping or, whoever the Chinese president is, and then the Donald Trump and everyone decided to kill crypto. I feel, I entered in crypto by reading Bitcoin white paper. And that was the thing about Satoshi, right? What Satoshi built cannot be stopped, can never be stopped. If somehow, people were managed to stop Bitcoin, although, I'm not able to grasp how it will happen. But, if we are talking about this extreme scenario, then I'm also going to talk about extreme scenario, and I'm going to throw Bitcoin at your face, right? So let's say that, if they are able to manage that, then what I will like to do as a plan B is maybe just study more behind the references on Bitcoin and come up with whatever, throw away the Bitcoin and try to build up this again, maybe from scratch, again, a new cypherpunk community from where this can be restarted. I'm sure we can do that. That would be my plan B, to just restart the crypto again. I'm sure we can do that.
I love that. And James, isn't it crazy how most of the time when we bring up this question, people are like, yeah, but it's never going anywhere. So this is what I would do. I love how like everybody is just so like married to the fact that, yeah, we get that this is like just a question, but it's not going anywhere. So okay, let's say it does die. Well, then we're just going to still keep building in the background.
We're just going to restart from scratch.
Exactly.
We're going to start Bitcoin ourselves.
Dude, if that doesn't make you bullish about builders, it's like, even if we said, dude, crypto's gone, bro. Everybody in the world is no longer using crypto. They're like, yeah, we get it, but I think there's still something that could be done. That just shows the mindset of a true builder. And I love hearing these answers every single week. So again, shout out.
Yeah, man. Okay, so Mr. Square, who's the one person in crypto you'd love to have dinner with? And what is the first question that you'd ask them?
I think that would be Michael Saylor. And I would like to ask, what's the deal with the tie, man? That's a pretty sexy tie. That
is such a great icebreaker. Like, you can imagine having a sit-down meal with Michael Saylor and just going straight into that question. Like, the waiter comes over, you get your drinks. So, Michael, what's the deal with the tie? Like, that actually really works.
I love that, because that's not the question he's expecting, right?
Yeah,
like, this guy, he picked me as his number one crypto person that he wants to talk to. Tell me about the tie. Yeah. I love it. So awesome. Another one of my favorite questions that we have each week. What do we need in crypto / Web3 that we don't have today?
Abstraction at a mass level, I would say.
Okay.
The wallets, the gas, the user experience, we need to abstract all of them away. I know it's difficult. I know I'm probably talking 10, 20, 50 years in the future, but yeah, I really feel that's something will happen. We will need to do.
So
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, just to clarify, when people say abstraction, because we hear it a lot, we're talking about all of these different modules, right? Like the wallet and this app login and that different wallet and that different extension. You're talking about all these different almost modular barriers to entry, kind of pooling them all together. That's what you mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I am not sure how this will happen. I'm maybe, kind of in 10, 20 years down the line, people would be so familiar. The new generation will be so familiar with this idea of wallets and gas and everything that we may not need to abstract it away. And I think at that point, it's already abstracted with this new generation of people coming in, right? So it's a really abstract thing, honestly, on what abstraction is going to mean. But we know that it needs to abstract away. The complexities needs to abstract away. In today's term, of course, what people are trying to do is that, you should have a login-like interface. You should be able to log in with your email. We call that abstraction because it's really not abstracting anything. It's just turning something to a more familiar way, because we are more familiar to the email ID password thing. We feel that the abstraction takes this away, so those kinds of things. So honestly, it's a very, very abstract, but yeah, maybe if I have to recall this question, then I will say that, somehow bring the people in, kind of in a less complex way of doing things, because people, I have seen people signing transactions, right? What's the deal with those Discord bots, right? Someone will ask in question, and then a guy will come and put on that, okay, you have a question, put on the tickets here, right, my dude, go
Yeah.
on, and you click on the link. It will just that link will just send you hundreds of MetaMask pop-ups, right? It will show in front that you are giving this application ability to spend the bazillion of bitcoins you have, and you are gonna, the guys are still gonna sign that, right?
Yep.
It for a sound mind, it doesn't seem like why you even got scammed at the first place. It was showing you right over there. But this can happen to anybody. And maybe because we are not so much familiar with the idea of money moving and money disappearing from our account so easily. So kind of not just abstraction in terms of onboarding, but abstraction in terms of all of these. This is very vague. This is very vague, honestly. But
No, I hear you. Yeah,
No, I get it.
that clarifies it a bit. And I did ask ChatGPT, when someone refers to abstraction in crypto, what is it that they're referring to? So the answer is that crypto abstraction refers to hiding technical complexity from the end user. So that's the key. And I think that's exactly what you explained, taking away all of that complexity to make it easier for the users in this industry. So yeah, really good answer, man. Okay, last one. This is the hardest one. Chase is going to get his phone out to time you. Mr. Square, get ready. If you
you're gonna
had to
time this?
explain,
Okay.
he's going to time you. If you had to explain Web3 to your grandma in 10 seconds, how would you do it? Let
And you
us
can
know
take a
when you're
second to
ready.
think.
Just say, I'm ready.
Yeah.
The moment you say you're ready, Chase will push start.
When you say you're ready and then you start talking, I'm going to push start, because sometimes when I say I'm ready, I'm still like gathering thought, right? And 10 seconds is a lot faster than you think it is. Most people are like, oh yeah, I got that. Just wait. It's not as easy as you think. So as soon as you say, okay, I'm ready, and then I hear your next breath of voice, boom, I'm going to start the timer, and you have 10 seconds. All right, we're thinking.
Yes.
Okay.
Thinking.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, we tell people every week, like, hey, if you
Thinking.
need to think about this, please do, because this is not an easy question to answer. Ask James. He stumbled about 3 seconds in and didn't even finish.
Shut up, man.
All right.
Don't
I
laugh.
can give it a shot. I can give it a shot.
Okay. Whenever the next time you start talking, I'm gonna press start.
So think like Web3 is a magic book. Everyone has a copy of that magic book. Anyone can write their ownership details, and as soon as they write, it's available to everyone. So everyone know
Boom.
what you own and not.
Boom.
Not bad. But that was quick. Those 10 seconds
Just
fly by.
continuing on that,
It's so quick.
you don't need banks, right? I've already said the most
Yes.
out of it, but yeah, just to expand on this, you don't need an intermediary, you don't need a bank. Every book has the copy, right? So no one can do fraudulent thing, because anyone who do fraudulent thing, it will appear in others' book. They will kind of gonna come back to you immediately,
Yeah.
because they will see that
Exactly.
this is not something that has happened. So
Yeah, I think the way that I explained it was, imagine you had all of your money at all times. You didn't have to go to a bank to pull it out. You didn't have to talk to a bank to get all your money. All your money, you had control of all your money all the time. Like, that was the way that I got it out in 10 seconds. And James was like, yeah, but it's only DeFi. And it's like, well, damn it, man. Like, what do you want me to do with 10 seconds? It's like, that's as clear and concise as I can make it. But I totally agree with you. It's like, yeah, like having the user be in control of everything, right? I think is like the easiest way to explain like crypto and DeFi to a very normie that doesn't know much. But I could be wrong too. I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it in 10 seconds either.
All right, let's wrap it up with some user questions for you, Mr. Square. Great job on the hot seat, by the way. That was really impressive.
Loved it.
So real quick, we have a user question here that came in from Bitmark Labs. Mr. Square, he wants to know, is there any way the user can implement or use AutoFi to buy liquidated troves through Solido?
Yes, you go you mint your cash, stake cash. That's all you need to do. All the cash that is staked in Solido Grow that you see in the stake cash page, the liquidation that happens, it happens or goes through that cash that is deposited in Solido Grow. So all you have to do to earn a portion of that, it's like a pooled money. Everyone is pooling their cash over there. The AutoFi is going to use that money to buy those discounted troves, and the return is going to be distributed to everyone. So all you have to do is just stake your cash over there, and you will be in the system.
Nice.
Love that.
Nice.
Yeah, love that. Next question is from Harish Asar. Do you offer any staking on Supra tokens?
We will be with Solido Flow coming in. The staking.
Told y'all Alpha was coming.
But yeah, for until then, you can always not stake, but I will say deposit Supra into the cash protocol and mint
That's
cash
true.
token. And of course, deposit. Do not forget to deposit that cash token into Solido Glow so you can earn that yield.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Yep.
thank you so much, dude.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I want to shout
You got
out
more?
Mr. Bullrun.Supra. My father-in-law, who is 79, bought Supra the other day.
Oh,
Shout
wow.
out, bro.
Shout out.
Nice.
Could be
Let's go.
with respect to your father-in-law, could be the most senior. Is that the most polite way of saying that? The most senior Supra holder that we
Senior-
have. So shout out.
I
man.
mean,
That's
very
awesome.
possible, dude. I don't
Yeah.
even know if there's many 79-year-old crypto holders in the world. He's
Yeah.
in the top 1% already. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I love that, by the way.
Yeah, quick shout out to the rest of the crew here. Bolex3, sup guys. Martin dude is on his way to the beach and he's still watching. What a man. Choco
boy.
sup. And the rest of the guys, I think we've given shout out to. Oh, I do have to say, Mr. Bullrun Super said he gave himself away. He's like, I remember selling those, talking about the eBay pirated
saw
CDs that I bought. And then he clarified himself. He's like, I mean, I bought them. I bought them. I didn't sell them. Yeah. I'm sure you did. Vincent as well. Thanks, dude. You said that you're staking on Starkey wallet. That's awesome. And remember, everyone, you can stake your Supra right in the Starkey wallet. So go to starkey.app to download the Starkey wallet if you want to get your Supra off exchange and onto your own local storage. And you'll be able to stake from within the Starkey app. So, guys, another show has come to an end. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Square. What an amazing guest you've been, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, James. Thank you, Chase. I look forward to be here soon again.
Absolutely. Dude, next we will love to have you on again soon. And again, if you have any like exciting stuff you want to come on here and talk to us about, shoot us a message. We're very easy to get a hold of. And we love having you on. You speak so eloquently and well. We love having you as a guest. We support Solido and everything that y'all are building. Again, thank you so much for taking way more than an hour out of your time to come hang out with us. Yeah. We always say that these are going to be an hour, but a lot of the time we're just having a good conversation and we take more time than we're allowed to. So thank you, Mr. Square, for taking an hour and a half out of your day.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, guys, that's where we'll leave it. We'll be joined by Yong of Crystara next week, the founder of Crystara, the NFT marketplace built on Supra 1 next week, Thursday, same time, same place. That's 3 p.m. UTC, 10 a.m. in Texas, 5 p.m. in Africa, 5 p.m. in Central Europe. And wherever you are in the world, stay safe and keep building. Sup, everyone. Peace out.
Sup, baby. Peace.
We shall wait for our producer to end the stream. I know our producer did have some internet issues, and I shall wait for that to happen. So while we wait, Napoon, if you are watching, wherever you may be, sir, you may end the stream. But in the meantime, I'll give a shout out to Vincent. Thank you for tuning in. CryptoMilliwatt.sol. Thank you for tuning in from the Solana ecosystem straight to the Supra ecosystem, my friend. Thank you, Crypto Milliwatt. Marvin 5002. What's up, Chase, bro? I think we're still live here, bro. We're waiting for Napoon to end the live stream. Marvin 5002 says, sup. Thank you, sir. Do we have our producer back yet? I don't know. Because I don't. Chase is in the. I can hear Chase in the.
All right. Well, hey, let's just keep it going, baby.
Here we go. Here comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's been great. It's been real from me, James, with my flat hair on my cap, and from our boy Chase. We'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.
All right, peace.
Peace.